Hello everyone and welcome back to the GT Improvement channel. In today's video we are going to be finishing up our first practice test, so doing questions number 21 through 30. You're going to give yourself 20 minutes to accomplish all those 10 questions. You're going to be able to use your notes but no calculators or Googling, and remember, don't skip any questions because on the AFCT you cannot go back. And remember, you've got that 20 minutes. You need to try to get through all 10 questions in that 20 minutes. So that may require you at some point to take your best guess and move on if you find yourself, spending too much time on one particular question. All right, here we go. I'm going to show the questions for you and just pause your video and work your way through as you need. Starting with 21. All right, let's go through the answers for these 10 problems. All right, for number 21, it says, a man takes out a $5,000 life insurance policy at a yearly rate of $29.62. What is the yearly premium? All right, so this guy is taking out a $5,000 policy, and it says the cost of a policy is $29.62 per $1,000. So if he's getting a $5,000 policy, he's going to end up getting 5 of these, 5 29.62s. So to solve this problem, you're going to end up multiplying 29.62 times 5, and that gets you the exact right answer. But these numbers are a little far apart, so you could afford to do some rounding. If you wanted, you could have rounded that $29 to about $30 and then multiply that by 5, which gets you 150, which is pretty darn close to 21. All right, 22. This is like a long passage that you would see on paragraph comprehension. In 22, what you kind of have to see is it says that the SSUS made the trip from New York to England in 3 days, 10 hours, and 40 minutes, beating the record set by the Queen Mary. That means that this boat was faster than the Queen Mary. So it says beating the Queen Mary by 10 hours and 2 minutes. So that means that the Queen Mary was 10 hours and 2 minutes more than this amount of time here. So the SSUS, it took 3 days, 10 hours, and 40 minutes. The Queen Mary was 10 hours and 2 minutes more. So all you really had to do in this problem was just add the 10 hours and 2 minutes to this time here to get 3 days, 20 hours, and 42 minutes. Tricky problem. Okay. Oops, that's wrong. Number 23. This one was just subtraction, so you should have ended up with Charlie. For 24, this was a division problem. Should have ended up with Bravo. 25. Remember, for scale of a map, you can always use a proportion. So 1 inch equals 200 miles. How many inches is 375 miles? So hard to see the scale factor here, so you're just going to have to cross multiply. And when you do that, you get 200x equals 375. To solve, divide both sides by 200. Now we're going to do this 375 divided by 200, rather than go into a decimal, remember you've got all your answers in fractions here. So you might as well just change this improper fraction into a mixed number, which would be 1 and 75 over 200. So you know it can't be Charlie or Delta because those start with 2. And then 175 over 200, that eventually reduces to 7/8, so your answer would be Bravo. All right, number 26. This is a division problem. The reason I know it's a division problem is because we have a large amount of something, in this case 1 1/4 pounds of tea, and we are separating it into equal size groups, in this case packages, each weighing 1/2 pound. When you have a large amount of something and you're separating it into equal groups, that is division. So you would do 10 1/4 divided by 1/2. And when you end up doing that math, you end up getting 20 1/2, which is delta. All right, same thing for number 27. We have a pile of magazines, 4 feet high. Each magazine is 3/4 of an inch thick. The number of magazines in the pile is what? So we have a large amount of something, in this case, a stack of magazines, and we're separating it into equal pieces, each 3/4 of an inch. So the first thing we need to do is take that 4 feet, we need to convert that to inches, because that's what our magazines are being measured in, is inches. So we're gonna do 48 inches, and I kind of drew a picture here to help myself imagine it. And we are dividing 48 by 3/4, because each magazine is 3/4 of an inch thick. So 48 divided by 3/4, you end up getting Charlie. All right, 28. For 28, that kind of threw you off here. They just wanted to know what numbers you would multiply together. Should have been Bravo. For 29, you should have gotten Charlie. This problem trips people up. It says 5 girls each ate 3 cookies from a box containing 2 dozen. So these girls ate a total of 15 cookies. Now, the cookies that are left over, because we started with 2 dozen, which is 24, so we have 9 cookies left. But the question says, what part of a dozen? So it would be 9 out of 12. A lot of people put 9 out of 24, but it's 9 out of 12 because it's what part of a dozen, which is 3/4. All right, last question was a percent of a number set up. All you had to do was 20% of 29.50, which should have gotten you $5.90. All right, hopefully you did well on this first full practice test. If you're not, if you're missing up some problems, don't worry. Like I said before, failure is sometimes the most powerful form of learning, so keep at it. We're gonna do some more practice tests, and you're gonna just get better and better and better as we go. All right, hope you have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if this video has helped you, please hit the like button and maybe share with other soldiers you know also trying to improve their GT. All right, have a great day.